eFootball 26 is finally coming to an end, and honestly, it's been one hell of a ride. So before we completely move on to eFootball 27, I thought it would be a good idea to take one final look at the squad I built throughout this entire season. And when I say squad, I'm talking about my best pay-to-win players from eFootball 26. These are players I've spent coins on, players I've chased in packs, players I've been lucky enough to get, and some that have basically stayed in my team for months. But today, instead of just showing you the cards and telling you how good they are, we're actually taking this squad online. I want to see how these players perform when I put them together and actually play some matches with them. Because having a squad full of insane cards is one thing, but whether they can actually perform when you put them on the pitch is a completely different story. And obviously there's one small problem. There are way too many players. Not everyone is going to make the starting 11. Some of them aren't even going to make the bench. And because I'll be playing multiple matches, there are also going to be players who simply don't get an opportunity to play at all. So if you're wondering why your favorite player from my squad isn't getting minutes, that's probably the reason. And before we get into the matches, there's something else you'll probably notice. A lot of these players aren't actually at their highest possible rating. I just prefer to build my players according to my own playstyle. I'm primarily a possession player, so when I'm progressing my cards, I tend to prioritize things like passing, tight possession, ball control, and the stats that actually matter to the way I play. So you might look at a card and see that it could technically have a higher overall rating, but for me, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a better player. Now, there is one thing I have to mention before we start. I won't be playing division matches in this video. The idea for this video literally came to me this evening, and at the time I'm recording these matches, it's around 4 p.m. Normally, I play my division matches much later at night when my network is more reliable. And considering I'm already trying to protect my division position because I obviously want that division reward, I'm not about to risk dropping even further just for a video. Especially because my exams have already started, so instead we're going into quick match. And honestly, I think this might make things even more interesting. There's no pressure to protect my division position, so whether I win or lose, it's not going to be so bad. And considering this is basically my final squad showcase for eFootball 26, that's exactly what I want. I want to see these players one last time before we move on to the next season.
Providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beckett. Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. He's had a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Modric, and it's Messi. He's a sharp little ball here. He might be in here. Decent chance. Oh, it's hit the post. He's found some space.
Kvaratskhelia really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And a chance! He's got a goal! Dyke. Modric. There he goes, motoring forward. Chance! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Oh, that's a cracking try. Good technique to keep it.
Number 25 is the team's great visionary. Milan look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's
Neymar! Batistuta. He's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Vieri. Oh, that is really good tenacity.
all he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Chance! Goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel.
Now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Zola. I think we're just about done here. And he plays one through.
Has been indicated.
Real chance! They've done it! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Was there ever any doubt?
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper.
And that's it. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What? And I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
And here's Modric. It's Modric! It is a fantastic goal! Been clubbed away. He's chosen to go back. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Looking to pass their way through. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Messi looking to penetrate opposition line. Eto'o! Really well taken goal. They are really purring here. Our moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
So that's 2 now. Goes for a shot! Press. And it's McAllister. Cute ball now, how can he reach? He's had a shot! Messi. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Modric. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pele, he has found the way through. Has crossed into the middle. And it's McAllister. Well, that looks a decent ball. Peak. And the first half is done.
And a show of anticipation to be commended.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Oh, off the bar!
Position saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
McAllister.
There will be
Now it's
1 minute
Messi.
added time.
Not too much to add on here, just a minute. And time is up. Well, don't you just love it when a plan behind in all of this? A solid win.